welcome. It's been a couple of weeks since my last video. Work and life outside of work have been pretty busy. But as you saw from the opener, I was able to go to Indianapolis with my wife and kids for the Titans-Colts game a couple of weeks ago. It was my kids' first professional football game, and I hadn't been to a Colts game since 2015, so it was fun to be back. And the Colts won, which made the trip even better. Wins have been hard to come by for the last several years, and I've definitely been spoiled with Peyton Manning and Andrew Luck. A week later, though, was my favorite card show that I attend in St. Louis called After the Game, Inc., Sports Collectibles and Autograph Show. And it's once a year. It's not a huge show, but it's always quality over quantity. So I talked my son into going with me with the temptation that we may find Frank Thomas cards there. It was an ugly fall day, overcast, drizzling, and chilly. Just a perfect day to look at ball cards. I told my son, though, that I had some money for him, but he wanted to bring some of his own money. So I kind of told him we'd probably walk around the show floor first and make some mental notes of what we may want, narrow it down from what we should buy. You know, just so we don't buy the first thing we see and then see something better. And we both found several things that interested us, including cleaning out all the dollar bins Frank Thomas cards with these. This Stadium Club's one of my favorites. I'm going to go quick. I thought that lid was really cool too. Top's gold. And finally, so we grabbed those, which now brings his total up to 37 unique Frank Thomas cards. Still a long way to go. But he was also the recipient of others' generosity. And when we first got there, someone attending the show gave him just 2 huge stacks of football and basketball cards. And then a dealer gave him this autographed Miami Marlins spring training ball. And I'm trying to, just for free. I have not looked at this very closely. So if you recognize anyone on here, please let me know. Again, I've just not looked at it closely. He's kind of had it hidden in his room since. But his biggest purchase, which was just $15, was this (2014) Elite Marks numbered out of 199 of T.Y. Hilton. I have no clue how he became a fan of T.Y. It's been a couple seasons that he was even with the Colts, but somehow he's learned about him, and he was really excited to have an autographed card of Hilton. So it was definitely fun to watch when we got home to see him show it off. For me, though, what caught my eye were 3 cards from the same set, which was the 1955 Rawlings Stan Musial. The dealer had cards 1, 1A, and 2, and they were all SGC graded as they were numbered. So he had card number 1 and a 1, he had card 1A and a 1.5, and he had card 2 and a 2. And the price was of course reflective of the grades. He was going to give me a fair price on all 3, and I couldn't tell him, but I didn't have the money on me to buy all 3, so I had to make a decision. The 2 would have cut into my budget and pretty much wouldn't allow me to buy anything else I was looking for. The 1 was just too beat up, and I was leaning towards the 1.5. But as I kept looking and just staring and comparing the 2, card number 2 was just too fantastic to pass up. And I knew I would have been driving home upset if I didn't get this one. So here it is. The 1955 Rawlings, card number 2, Stan Musial. And for those who do not know, in 1955, he appeared in a 6-card series found on boxes of Rawlings baseball gloves carrying Musial's endorsement. You couldn't find him in Topps or Bowman, but his baseball cards weren't entirely unavailable in 1955. But they are blank backs, as they were on boxes, and all hand cut. And I'm sorry for the glare, but I think it's a beautiful example of Stan the Man. I am very happy to have added this, and honestly, the more I look at it, the more I really like it, and glad I chose it. In my opinion, the show never disappoints. Last year, I grabbed that Stan Musial Redman, so I guess it's becoming a tradition for me to get a Musial from this show. But thank you for watching, and enjoy your collection.